player may have left behind your ring, so come claim him up at the club. Huh?
You're looking back on the video. I don't know. Maybe now that we're on March 3rd and I'm retired on March 2nd. So although it's funny, the meeting, we have built into the state regulations, we have a building location. That's our building as well. All our AIC
Shelter there.
Welcome back to the beautiful Windsor Lawn Bowling Club after a short shower. We're ready to begin session 3 of day 2 of the Atlantic International Challenge. This will be our last session for today. I'm Dave Austin, and I'm being joined by one of the eminent scholars of Ontario lawn bowls, Mr. Dave Anderson. Dave, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I putting on a different hat today, or now I should say, because I have been watching and evaluating our Canadian team who have performed wonderfully. After a slow start on yesterday, they have certainly come back today and done very, very well. So it's nice to take a break from marking bowls to watching other teams play, which is great.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you here, Dave. We'll draw certainly on your vast resources and knowledge during this match.
So what are we going to do for the next 2 hours?
Yeah, well, what we have in front of us on Ring 2 this session, Dave, is an interesting match between the Americans and the Scots in men's triples. And at the moment, the teams are rolling their trial bowls. So we will get to the game action as soon as that is over. Maybe we'll tell the viewers a little bit about the members of each team. I'll start with the Americans. Their skip is Peter Ritchie, 13 years experience in bowling. I've personally run up against Peter in a couple U.S. Opens. Corey Vos is the vice, another one that I've seen at the U.S. Open before. 11 years experience bowling, and the lead is Daniel Gorlick from the San Francisco area, 14 years bowling. And I've seen this team off and on, Dave, over the last 2 days. They seem to be a cohesive unit, and they've been in every match. They've been very, very competitive. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing against a very experienced Scottish team.
That's true. The Americans do a lot of training in their home clubs. I know that definitely with Corey. I talked to him last year at the U.S. Open, and he has definitely, he's so keen. He plays way more than anybody that I know anyway. He practices hard.
Well, who are we seeing for the Scottish team?
Yeah, so
Dave?
Scotland has a very experienced team. The skip is Connor Milne. He had been bowling a long time and seems to he plays mostly indoor. He's had more success indoor, but certainly he knows what he's doing. I watched him this week, and he's a skip that rallies his team around all the shots, and I think that's an amazing asset to have. The vice is Gary Pruty, and he's worked well with the skip. He's been setting things up very nice for the skip during the games that I've watched. The one thing that they bring to the green that is I don't know if it's a fan favorite necessarily, but it brings a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of noise in a sense, which is all good because it rallies the troops when you're excited about what's going on. And their lead is James Hogg. He's been around for quite a while and had great success both Scottish and at the British Isles level as well.
Yeah, Dave, there's been no doubt since the moment the Scots have arrived here at the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club, they've made their presence known. They've got flags everywhere on the fences. They play the game in a very enthusiastic style. I think those people who think bowls is a staid, quiet sport are going to be quite taken aback by the Scottish aggressiveness and the way the Scottish communicate loudly with each other while the game is on.
Often when you watch an international event, the Scottish and the Irish are the two loudest out there, and it's great to have them both here in this event. And certainly, I think the fans will enjoy the camaraderie, the excitement, the loudness of their play.
All right, we're ready to go, and the first jack has just been delivered, rolling down the green towards Connor Milne, and the Scots have either lost the flip or decided to go first. We don't know. We
didn't actually see that.
No, we didn't actually see the flip. Reminder to all the viewers that this is a team event, Dave. There are very few, I think only 2 individual awards given out at the end, and points are accumulated for the team. in all sorts of disciplines over the next 5 days: fours, singles, pairs, and triples.
Right, it's the big board, so it's a cumulative score for all your teammates and all the disciplines played. So
Daniel Gorlick delivers his first ball, a very handy one, right on beside the jack, and the Americans holding one early in the first end of this final match of the day. James Hogg. Interesting to note, the Scots, Dave, they brought 6 men and 6 women here, and they are rotating players in and out of their lineup each session.
yes, I think that's an excellent idea. We're in a Commonwealth Games rotation, and I think a lot of the countries, in particular these two that are here, Ireland and Scotland, are looking at who are they going to pick for the Com Games and having more options in an event like this to give everyone an opportunity to play international bowls.
And what better way than to see them in top flight competition like this? Daniel Gorlick on fire, Dave. There's a toucher. Great start for the young Americans. This is 2-bowl triples, Dave. It's 11 ends. The action will be fast and furious. You cannot let the other team jump too far out in front. You got to be ready to go.
There's no room for dropping a count in this game because there's really no time to come back if you give it up.
Corey Vos for the Americans delivers his first ball of this match.
So he's probably looking to put something in the back where the other 2 Scottish bulls are at the moment.
And that's why you're here. That's exactly what he does, Dave.
There we go.
Great job. Gary Prunty.
Yes,
Throw some
Daryl,
weight.
it's the 2 Daves. These are the Daves you know.
Oh, and well
We
done.
just got a
Gary.
comment from Daryl Fitzgerald from Kitchener,
Yeah.
and he's commenting about the fact that both our names are Dave.
Good to hear that Daryl's watching. A little bit of knowledge right there, Daryl Fitzgerald. Too bad we don't have him down here to help us out in the commentating end.
Yes, Daryl, it's 3 hours and change from your house. Come on down for tomorrow.
Well, while we were talking about Daryl, Gary Prunty threw weight at the head and was successful in moving the jack much further back by the ditch, and followed that up with, or Corey Vos, excuse me, followed
Yeah,
that up
that's
by
right.
drawing
Yeah.
straight to the jack. So it looks like the Americans are holding 3. Now it's not a good 3 at the moment, Dave. To a good 6 to 8 feet out in front of the jack, but
Well, the good news is Scotland's given themselves a bit more room to draw than what they had before. So even if they're down in the head, they certainly have a better opportunity to score.
and Connor Mill, who just delivered that ball, he has all the shots. I witnessed him playing against the Canadians this morning, and I was very impressed by the young man. And there you go. He's making me seem like a prophet. He draws that right there.
Well done, good call, and nice ball.
Peter Ritchie, interesting style here. Does not stride into the shot, as you see. Don't see that delivery motion used by a lot of bowlers. But like the golf swing, there's 1,000 ways to deliver that bowl. 1,000 different types of styles.
Yeah, his style certainly would be beneficial on a fast green because you don't need to take a step.
Connor Mill, just through.
Well, he's already got his T weight locked in, so that's good.
Americans holding 1, Peter Ritchie with the last ball of this first end. Coming down the green. There you see the view on our end of the rink camera. And Peter Ritchie makes
great
a
ball.
beautiful ball.
And one for the Americans.
Good competitive start. We saw the shot ball change a number of times that end, Dave.
Yes, if you're a lead, it's a lonely job. Your bulls end on the jack to start, and then by the end of the end, they're nowhere near the jack. But that's a good thing.
At this caliber of play, this level of play, jack is often moved frequently during an end, something that most novice bowlers here in the province would not be familiar with. A Aggressive play is often rewarded. Daniel Gorlick with the first ball of the second end. Americans leading the Scots 1-0. Interestingly enough, Dave, Daniel is using club bowls here from the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club. His personal set has expired. Date stamp has expired.
Right.
And he was in need of a set of Taylor Aces, and we have some here at the club that he's found a liking to. And
Clearly, plays well with them.
He's playing well with them. James Hogg.
Good response.
Good to know, Dave, that we have our end rink of the rink cameras working again. We'll be cutting to them now and then. As you see right now, you can look down the green at Daniel Gorlick and his delivery, and we can see how much draw is taking place on both sides. Daniel with a nice shot. He seems to have be locked in and found his touch right away.
Yeah, he had a good game in singles the other day as well.
James Hogg, ball coming down the green, staring at it intently. Looks like there's a bigger swing on the clubhouse side of that rink, Dave. But it didn't quite all the way get back to the center line. It looks like the Americans are holding one at this point. There's Corey Vos. Vos or Voss? We'll have to ask Corey when they get a chance.
Yeah, another comment from Daryl says he wishes he was here, would love to come down. Yes, we are having a great time, and obviously great competition by all four teams, all four countries that are here.
Americans appear to be holding one, possibly two, in the head at the moment. We'll have to let the viewers know that we are situated quite a distance away from the actual head, so take any judgments by us with a grain of salt. Toucher there for Corey Vos, and line two at least now, the Americans. Gary Prunty.
One thing I have noticed at bowling at this level is they don't waste any time. They get on the mat and they deliver their bowl very quickly.
No, you're right. Decisive, quick. I had the privilege of doing the previous match with Don Caswell in the women's pairs between Scotland and Ireland. They had played 11 ends and 2 trial ends in 1 hour and 10 minutes.
That's amazing. Well, part of it is just how much time you may waste between last bowl and jack, as well as sometimes discussions take a long time. But generally speaking, it's pretty obvious what shot to play, and getting on the mat and delivering it is often the best policy, especially when you have a time limit.
I don't expect the triples match to go that quick. Pairs matches are generally quicker. There's not as much change on the mat taking place. Peter Ritchie with that distinct delivery. Almost reminds me of a bocce player.
Yes, bocce. Sometimes they may use the other
We'll have to talk
leg.
to Peter to see if.
Where does he come up with that delivery?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Connor Milne, I love his delivery, and very decisive. Looks to move the jack, just narrow. Stays in play though, could be a useful ball.
Yeah, I would imagine that the Americans are looking at covering up the position, because Scotland certainly can trail the jack to their bowls on the, as we look at the right side of the jack, but it could be the left side based on everyone else's view.
I don't think Peter Ritchie would have been happy with his first ball. It's quite short.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get past the jack in that corner, but
again, he's short.
Yes.
So he will not be pleased with those 2 balls. Connor Milne. The ball is away. He's studying it intently. He's striding behind it. Looks like he's in the neighborhood, and shot drawn, I believe.
It looks like it.
There it is,
Yes.
shot drawn.
Good ball.
1 Scotland. We're tied 1-1 through 2 ends.
So this 2-bowl triples format is, in my opinion, the best bowls format to play. 2 bowls makes it a very challenging format, and it goes pretty quick in most cases. And like we said earlier, if you lose a count, you're in big trouble because it does go very quickly. I've had the pleasure of playing 2-bowl trips a few times and loved it more than any other format. And I typically have always loved 4s.
Looks like the Scots are trying to play a short jack.
Yeah, interesting. The first end they played a 3/4 to long, and now they're playing something just over the hog line for the.
They've called for an umpire to measure the length of the jack. So we'll have a break here, Dave. We can talk about a few other things. Viewers can watch all of the games that we're streaming, and we're streaming 3 a day here from the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club on the Bowls Canada Bowling Green YouTube page. Over the next 3 more days after today, we will do 9 more matches. So plenty of bowls on offer to watch if you wish. I know we're competing against NFL football today, but
How many viewers have we got online? Do you know? How many viewers?
Right now, 88 right now.
88 people are watching.
88
Wonderful.
people
That's wonderful.
not watching NFL football,
Yeah.
watching and listening to us, Dave.
Yes. I'm pretty sure my wife Laura is watching, so I'll say hello to Laura.
There you go. Yes, hi to Laura if she is watching. Looking forward to Laura coming down to Windsor later this week. So the jack length was deemed illegal. It was too short by approximately 2 or 3 inches. And the Americans then roll the jack and immediately go almost tee to tee. So, Scottish lead, ball on the way. Playing the wide side. There's a question I wanted to ask you, David. Your experience at the international level. Many of the people watching here over the last 2 days have noticed that these highly skilled bowlers, more often than not, choose to play the wide side of a rink. Why might that be?
Oh, it's my opinion that often the wide side is a little truer. So if it's straighter, there may be reasons why it's straighter. So you want to play the truer side, and once you find it, it's often much easier to control than playing something that's narrower.
Okay, good.
And from a visual point of view, it looks real nice when it comes in from way out there and slides onto the jack.
And one of the commenters, I don't know who it is, I know I'm missing the Green Bay game and it's killing me right now. The Packers are my team. And I think last I checked, they were in a tight one with the Cleveland Browns. So
I think that was Daryl. Daryl, can you give us an update on the Green Bay game, please?
Gary Prunty, his first ball, his third end.
What's interesting about his delivery is it's not a typical Scottish delivery. They tend to lunge off the mat a little bit in an attempt to make up the difference when the greens are a little bit heavier. So maybe, I don't know if he does that at home, but maybe he feels these greens are at a speed that he doesn't have to do that.
Americans holding 1 at the moment. Very tight game, 1-1 after 2. There hasn't been much in it to this point. Corey Vos gets a bit of a rub. Could fall for 2. Gary Prunty's bowl on the way down the green. Connor Milne watching this one intently. He likes it. Oh, actually rolled Corey Vos' last ball in a little closer, so Americans is holding a solid 2 at the moment.
So Corey will try to solidify this head by maybe moving the jack or perhaps spreading out the bowls a little bit. It's quite easy for Scotland to come to them.
Has good weight.
Still a
again.
good bowl, but it hasn't changed or made Scotland's life any more difficult.
Well, Connor Milne will definitely reach. I don't think I've seen him throw a short bowl today.
And it's the head's set up nicely for an aggressive shot. He has a couple of bowls to hit and or bring the jack through himself.
U.S. holding 3 weeks. Expect to see some movement here. Connor Milne. Interesting. Draw weight. And there you go.
Of course, he proves me wrong, just draws the shot. That works as well.
Gauntlet is passed to Peter Ritchie. There's that interesting style again. His weight looks good as well.
He looks real good here, all the way.
Nope. Came up short.
Perfect line.
Good 2.5, 3 feet short. Well, if the beginning of this match is any indication, Dave, looks like we're in for a tight one. There's not much in it between these two teams.
The Americans actually have played very well and held their own in every game. And I suspect you're right, this will be tight.
Our Canadian men's and women's teams, look at Connor Milne.
Oh, he's dialed in.
Dialed
Beautiful
in.
ball.
Beautiful ball. Toucher. Could be two, and might still be just one. The Corey Bose just.
That just shows you the importance of not being short, because you gave him another opportunity to draw the shot by coming up a yard short, the American.
Yes.
So apparently it's 3-0 for
the
Green
Packers.
Bay. Yeah.
Another tight defensive struggle for my Pack. They're playing good defense this year, but a little worried about the offensive output so far. But we're here for bowls, not for football. Peter Ritchie with the last bowl of his third end. The Americans down 1 in the head. Bowl approaches.
This is looking closer. No.
A little narrow.
Again, another reason why short bowls will hurt you. Hits his own ball because he looked like he had good weight.
2-1, Scotland. Our Canadian men's and women's team, Dave, are playing on the far north green at the moment. We will see if we can get scoring updates every once in a while on those matches for our Canadian viewers. Well, we can't promise anything. We'll try to get updates as we can.
Do these fancy cameras zoom in to the score all the way down the other end? Can you zoom into the score
We
down
should
there?
ask one of our cameramen, John Hunter, every once in a while if he could zoom into a scoreboard down there when he has a moment.
Down 3-1.
Okay, here we go.
Strips, right? I for Ireland.
Okay, after men's trips, after 2 ends, Canada 1, Ireland 1. Men's pairs, after 3 ends, Ireland 3, Canada 1. Women's triples, after 3 ends, Ireland 4, Canada 1. And women's pairs, after 4 ends, Canada 4, Ireland 2. So mixed results so far
Okay.
for the Canadians.
Thanks for the update.
Thank you for the update. Dave Broad, who is head of our technical team here today, club member here at the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club, WOBA participant for the first time this year at the famous WOBA tournament.
And he survived. Good for him.
He survived, and not only that, he has a wonderful setup here for our YouTube streaming from the club.
Yeah,
And
so I want to make a comment about the streaming. We've got 4 cameras, and they're all high-end, beautiful cameras that can probably check the bias on each bowl from 100 feet away. And I guess that's a mixing board. What the best thing to call it? Mixing board. Yep. So we can see what's going on all over the place. What an excellent setup. Well done.
I don't think I'm wrong in saying this is probably, without a doubt, the best streaming effort that's ever been made for bowls in Ontario.
Best I've seen, and I've seen a few.
So kudos to the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club. Kudos to Dave Broad. Kudos to John Hunter, another one of our members who's manning one of the cameras. And kudos to our student helpers who are here. And quite frankly, they have a lot more technical expertise than I'll ever have in my lifetime. We're just the pretty faces behind the mics, Dave. That's it.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Yeah,
Perfect face for radio.
Yeah, we have
yes.
the perfect face for not being on camera.
So while we were thanking everybody, looks like Scotland is lying 2. Got that correct?
I think it might only be 1.
Might be 1.
Yeah. Ball is directly out in front of the jack.
But the head belongs to the Americans because they have good position. Just a matter of whether or not they can move the jack.
That's what they'll be looking to do. Corey Vos with his second ball of the end. On its way.
This one definitely looks
Daniel
like it's
Gorlick
got enough
likes
weight.
it. Daniel Gorlick likes it.
And
Yep.
he got it.
He got
Yes.
it, and wow.
What a turnaround.
But you called it again, Dave. They had the head. They were in position back behind. And at this level, these players can make that shot. Windsor Lawn Bowling Club is in its 90th year this year, Dave. We're celebrating our 90th anniversary, so we're really, really pleased to have this event, the first international event for bowls on Canadian soil in 30 years. And,
Yeah, the 94 Com Games in Victoria was the last time Canada held an event.
weight coming from Connor Milne.
Well, he did make it a little easier by opening up the front a bit.
Oh, it's Scotland. Yeah, okay, I'll make it up.
Peter Ritchie now. This ball coming down the green. He looks at it carefully. Connor Milne's going to go visit the head. Peter gets behind. Probably a wise play after watching Connor Milne's first effort. He's expecting weight to come again.
Yeah, they don't have any hesitation in throwing any weight at all at bowls. So back bowls are always an asset.
Peter Ritchie waits patiently at the mat while Connor Milne comes back. He's made up his mind, steps on the mat. A lot less weight this time. Rex on one of the bowls out front. Americans holding 3 from this angle.
It looks like 3, yes.
Dave, Peter Ritchie will be looking to make a 4. This is a skip's delight here, a chance for free points.
They're also the most important points you can score. Missing opportunities for free shots can be very devastating at the end of the game.
I think he did just enough.
Yep, I see 4 fingers.
4 for the Americans, a big end, and in this 11-end format of 2-bowl triples, Dave, that's sometimes a big hill to climb.
It's also a good lesson here when you see where Americans place their first 2 bowls at the end. It may appear to be something that's not as good because the Scottish were lying 2 shots, but they had the control in terms of position from the head, and they converted, and it changed the whole complexion of that end, and they scored 4.
Yep, yep. I knew there's a reason we put you behind the mic today, Dave. Your analysis is spot on.
I think even Daryl would be able to say that.
Even Daryl. Daniel Gorlick with another solid first bowl. His draw weight has been nearly flawless to start this.
One thing for sure, in 2-bowl triples, if your lead is playing well, you've got a huge advantage because you really can't waste any bowls by trying to fire them out of there.
James Hogg responds.
Up to the challenge.
Yep. We've had this a couple of times already in this match where the leads play count on a point counterpoint with each other.
Yeah.
I had to tell Daniel Gorlick yesterday, Dave, that the club bowls weren't for sale. He's playing so well with them.
Well, he might be making you an offer you can't refuse. You never know. An excellent lead bowl by the American lead. That's the perfect spot. That's what gave them the advantage the previous end.
Just tuck it in behind. James Hogg again. Scots are laying 2. So promise here for the Scots. Beginning of the 4th end. Or is it, no, I'm sorry, it's 5th end. We're flying right along here. That's how quickly these 11 end matches go. Corey Vos coming in with a little bit of attitude here. Narrow.
Well,
Knocks
he
one
made it-
ball out.
Yeah, he made it better.
Gary Prunty's ball
Americans
coming down the
are,
green.
sorry, the Scottish are looking to hopefully tuck it under, but he's short. Again, short bowls. Let's see if Americans can take advantage of this.
Ended up on the center line though, so there is some value there, Dave. Kind of takes the drive away from Peter Ritchie if he so desires to make that type of shot later. Corey Vos in the neighborhood now. What a beautiful ball.
Didn't get it full, but certainly made a difference.
Scots believe they're still shot. Gary Prunty make an adjustment here, but not enough. A couple short balls. He won't be happy with that effort, that end.
Yeah, this is an important end for Scotland to score. You want to stop the momentum the Americans got before last end, and throwing short bowls does not help the cause.
There will be YouTube action from the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club again tomorrow, Dave. 3 sessions, first starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. As of now, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of what will possibly be
Marquee matchup.
the matchup. Looks like could be women's singles in the morning session. Scotland versus Ireland. Women's fours in the second session, Canada and Scotland.
Well,
And
going to get tighter as the week goes on, so it's going to be a good matchup.
men's fours in the final session today, Ireland and Canada. So it looks like we may get a chance to see Canadian players at work tomorrow in a couple of the sessions.
So the American skip did put a relatively decent short bowl in the way for Scotland, and of course it got hit. So advantage Americans at the moment.
Peter Ritchie with his last bowl of the 5th end. Americans proving to be a handful for the Scots.
He'll be disappointed with that shot. Narrow and short is not what he was looking for.
The Americans are coming off a loss to the Canadians in the last session, Dave. Canadian men have really upped their game today after a disappointing start yesterday.
Yeah, one of the Scottish selectors walked by our team of selectors and said, "Did you select a new team for today?" Because there were a different set of men and women playing the game today.
Certainly.
They played very well.
Yep. Connor Mill definitely making sure he arrives. Played the narrow side.
There's
Just a little too much traffic there.
more of his bowls to hit that side than try and draw around the American bowl. So
Then he pushed the Scottish ball in for 1. 1 for the Scots. 5-3.
it's just the percentage shot was to play into those bowls, and they're very good at those kind of shots.
After 5 ends. James Hogg delivers the jack. Scott's now playing a little longer length. Matt back at the tee. You see some of our sponsors there on the screen, Dave. Generous sponsors for this event, which is run by Bowls Canada, include MVP Sports, the federal government of Canada, and the provincial government of Ontario, along with Kukri Apparel, which has always been a big supporter of Bowls Canada. So we appreciate their support, along with the support of the sponsors of this club, the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club. You probably see some of their signs up and about, including Zehrs grocery stores around the club. And of course, you're going to see lots of Scottish flags. They're everywhere too.
Yeah, it looks a little like a curling rink with all the sponsors around the greens, and I think that's great. Get some exposure for the sponsors and make it look like a even more professional event.
Great bowl there by James Hogg, holding one, got a toucher with his second bowl. Applies the pressure to Daniel Gorlick in the mat.
So we'll see if they take advantage of the fact that they really do still have the head with great position.
Daniel playing the wide side. Good effort, just going to slide by, but in a great spot again, Dave.
Yeah, if you're looking for lead bowls, that's pretty much what you want to do every end.
Gary Prunty. Critical end here, I sense, Dave. We're reaching the halfway point of the match. The Americans leading the Scots by 2, and there you go. That's why Daniel Gorlick's bowl was so good.
Yeah, it just gives you confidence when you have a position because you can afford to be there, and the jack moves, it's not going to hurt you. And if they do it, you're waiting for it. So I would imagine the Americans trying to tuck that underneath to give the Scottish no look at the jack.
Corey Vos maybe looking to move it again.
Yeah. Oh, that was very close. Well, he still changed the look at the head, and that's important to do.
He did. Kind of exposes the jack a little bit more now, though. Americans could be holding 3 right now, Dave. Looks like it from our angle. Gary Prunty coming in.
Very nice ball. Very nice ball.
Second shot. Sky is looking a little bit ominous to the west of us, Dave. There is more rain expected today. We believe we're going to get this in before anything reaches us.
This looks a little tight. Not tight enough to hit the Scottish bowl.
And I think he's just made the Scots shot.
But Americans still have the head because it looks to be able to be pushed out if the Americans come into the 2 red bowls.
Windsor Lawn Bowling Club is located in the most southern part of Canada. Dave, the weather's just been gorgeous, temperature-wise, all week. I think a lot of our international visitors with preconceived ideas of Canada have been a little bit shocked by...
Yes, they left their parkas at the border, so they're all good.
No igloos, no parkas necessary this week. And the warm weather is expected to continue all week, so...
This is the only thing you can't control, weather, and you've obviously done that well as well, so everything's coming together nicely.
It is?
So the American skip is probably looking, well, he looks narrow. Well, he was on the red ball, but probably would have liked to have had a bit more weight.
My sources tell me that the local radar looks like we're going to escape any further rain until after this match is completed. So it's good news.
So I think Scotland's looking to potentially come in behind the jack because the Americans are looking to be aggressive to try and poke that
There's
Scottish
the view
bull
of the
out
head.
of the
It's
head.
a crowded one, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, but again, the Americans have the head. It's just a matter of whether or not they can poke out the Scottish bowl. This one is going to really dictate the kind of weight that the Americans are going to play with the next bowl.
Connor Millen goes back behind.
Even that, the Americans can afford to be here. They're probably one down in the head, and they'd be one down if they make the shot. If Jack goes back too far.
One more bowl to come here in the
Yes,
sixth
yes.
end. The U.S. leading Scotland 5-3. Peter Ritchie with his distinct style, delivery style. I think looks a little unsure of what he wants to play. Taking a lot more time than usual on the mat. Ball's away,
Well, he's playing some weight.
playing some weight.
If he gets inside the port. Oh, that was, boy! I didn't think there
Nothing
was.
but air.
I actually didn't think there was room enough to go through there.
One for the Scots. And it tightens up again. 5-4 U.S. through 6. 5 more ends to go.
A comment from Mr. Fitzgerald again about what do I like about international events like this. Good question. To be honest, it's the people come together. You know, you come as separate teams, but you actually grow and become one as the event progresses, and you get to play against everyone and get to know everybody. And I kind of like that. I really like the fact that you become friends at the end of an event like this. You're competitive on the green and you're trying real hard to beat everybody, but at the end of the day, you leave friends. And I think that's a huge asset, and that's one of the great things in bowls, in my opinion.
And bowling really does, as a social sport, lend itself to that type of
Yeah,
camaraderie,
you
doesn't it?
spend a lot of time on the green playing against each other, and you can't help but have some kind of a conversation. I remember Ron Jones one time said, in swimming, for example, you try as hard as you can to swim for 30 seconds across the pool, whereas in bowls you're spending 2 hours having a conversation, learning about each other. And so at the end of it, you can't help but be friends, I believe.
Again.
I've had friends that stayed with me for 30, 40 years now.
Jack is legal. Another jack measurement called for. The Scots clearly intent on playing a minimum jack here, Dave. This is twice that the measurement's been called for.
I'm a little surprised over that, to be honest. I mean, they can play all lengths just like the Americans. I'd be curious to see what the long-term strategy of trying to play a shorter jack, apart from just being different than a long jack.
Well, we won't question the strategy after that first bowl.
Well, that's a good start. They may have done some scouting on the American lead and seeing what his favorite length is, and maybe he has struggled at this particular length.
There is a large Scottish contingent here. 28 members of the Scottish team have made the trip here to Windsor. And you could be right. And boy, one more point about the social aspect and the camaraderie that develops. All these teams are staying at the same hotel.
That helps.
So
already the the Scottish have an advantage with this jack length.
see if Daniel Gorla can make the proper weight adjustment here. He was about 3 or 4 feet through on his first. He'll be looking to get something a little tighter to the jack. Weight looks better on this one, Dave.
Yes, good bowl. That's a really good bowl.
Really good one. We've said a lot of that after his deliveries today. Gary Prunty, ball on the way. Goes up a little short.
I think the Scottish skip recognizes this is a very important end and already urging his teammates to get into the head with their bowls.
Corey Vos switches over to his forehand, which is the narrower side on this rink.
Probably looking to try and get inside the Scottish wing bowl.
Slides by on the outside, in a good position in the back. Very Princey with his second bowl at the end. Connor Milne again. Verging it on. Might have rolled it in enough. I think he does. Has.
Once again, they're good bowls in the head, but the position still belongs to the Americans.
Corey Vos.
This one looks closer.
Playing the narrower side.
Inside, yep, he's inside the Scottish wing bowl. So another putting a bowl in the head with position is ideal. Gives the American skip some options.
Peter Ritchie announces that he thinks they're two as they switch ends.
But they're short, so they're not as much of a hindrance as if they were behind.
I think Peter was saying he thinks the Americans were two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, they look okay. It looks farther than it is.
I'm thinking the last bowl of Corey Vos and
The white
Daniel
one.
Gorlick's white bowl just
Yeah,
in behind
okay,
might be the
okay.
two-shot bowls. Connor Milne's bowl. Right through. Good effort though. Hearing a light sprinkle, just as I said, we're clear of the rain, Dave.
So it's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
I jinxed us. Camera people are looking back to me like it's my fault for making that false
No,
prediction.
that's an excellent position, the way that Scottishman is attacking the head.
Yep. Carmel coming with weight. Here it comes. Through everything.
The game this morning against Canada, the Scottish skip had similar results.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was quite unlucky, as the Aussies would say, this morning. It was a
Mind you,
well-played match.
He was playing against Ryan Bester and Cameron, the friends from Nova Scotia, and they played well.
Cameron was on fire, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah. And that definitely pushes it in for one. The ball on the wing side, Corey Wilson's ball, and the Americans reestablish a 2-point margin. Tight match, Dave. There hasn't been much in it right from the beginning. 6-4 through 7.
One thing about the Scottish style of play is they're very aggressive, but in 2-bowl trips, there's not as many bowls in the head as there are in 4s. So sometimes bowls find holes.
Yes. Dave, while we have a minute here, while the jack is being delivered, I want to thank all the volunteers here at the club for all the hard work they're putting in for the huge salary of $0.
$0, yes, and
this
they
week-
have been amazing. No one has any wants. They're looking after everything. They're catering for, how many bowlers are here this week?
Well, there's got to be, in terms of the team sizes, close to 70 people involved in the 4 teams.
Yeah, and they're catering meals for 70 people on a daily basis, and it's a fast and efficient and good food.
And of course, there's the people volunteering to do the smaller jobs such as cleanup and scorekeeping. You've probably seen a few of our volunteers in the background in the trademarked white Windsor Lawn Bowling shirts that are operating the scoreboards. And then, of course, we got the greenskeeping crew who had a little extra work this morning when we came in and found out there was a skunk issue overnight on the greens. And dug up a few areas on the greens. We had to do some emergency work on the greens. So kudos to all those people.
Except for the skunks.
Yeah, except for the skunks. They're not members.
Yeah. So just an interesting look to the head at the moment, despite the fact that the Americans won the last end, playing short and then a little bit longer may have thrown the American lead off a little bit. And
Yes.
based on what you see in the head now with the white bull short and not behind the jack too much, may have made a difference in throwing off his good play up to this point.
Corey Vosa has been really solid.
Yes,
Hasn't
then that's his job, to pick up when
Yeah.
the lead doesn't do their job.
he? Did just that. Hard to tell from our vantage point who is holding shot at this moment. As Gary Prunty delivers his ball, Connor Milne very interested, and he has made the
Great
shot.
ball,
What a
great
beautiful
ball.
ball. Beautiful ball.
Definitely advantage Scotland now, that's for sure.
Corey Vos now taking a moment to pause and receive some information from Peter Ritchie. I think
Draw's
it's
good if he makes it, but if he doesn't make it, they're going to be in a much bigger hole.
a good adage I heard, Dave, and I don't know what your thoughts on this. A good skip gives information, not instruction. What do you think of that one?
That's interesting.
Information, not instruction.
So this is what I just said. If he doesn't make his draw shot, the Scots are going to be in trouble. Sorry, the Americans are going to be in trouble, and they are right now. If this can get tucked underneath the jack, then the Scot is in the pound seats for sure.
Ball's on its way, a little wide, deep.
That's not terrible behind
No.
because Americans were probably going to look to be aggressive.
Rain picks up a little bit. I apologize for jinxing everybody. But we certainly don't have any lightning and thunder. That's the biggest thing that we did not want, Dave, because that would
They'd get pulled off the greens.
everyone
for
would be
sure.
pulled off the greens immediately. The play would be suspended for a minimum of half an hour. And there's none of that in the air. All of these players have played in the rain before, especially the Scots and the Irish. This is like second nature to them.
If they got pulled off in rain in Scotland, they would never play. So this is the first time the American skip has been under good pressure. Let's see how he responds to it. I think based on the bias, he's playing some weight at it.
He is. Shot looks wide,
Yes.
very wide. He played the straight side. You're not going to move much on that side.
You can tell by the body language of the Scottish skip walking up the green. He started walking before the ball made it to the head, so he knew he'd missed the shot.
All the players that are free at the moment running to get into their rain gear as the rain has become quite steady. There will be no need to put water on the greens tonight, Dave.
Okay, that's. Oh, you may have opened it up a little bit. What can we see from straight on?
Looks like the jack might be available on the wide side now.
Visually, it looks a little easier for the draw, but again, it's still a perfect draw. Switched hands, so he is going for the draw.
Peter Ritchie
Looks
using
like
that
he's
wide
inside.
side. Didn't quite
Well, that wasn't a bad effort, actually. Just a
take
blade
enough
narrow.
grass. Scotland holding one.
They
Maybe
can certainly
two.
tuck it under for 4.
Scotland could be holding 2 here. I'm colorblind, Dave, so at some point it all looks the same to me in the head, except the whites and the.
I'll assume with you that it's 2.
Connor Milne making sure that he has a good grip on his ball. Takes a while to wipe it. And then steps up and rolls. That's the longest you'll ever see Connor stand on, waiting to.
Looks like he's
play.
trying hard. Little touch on the white. Nope. Oh,
Almost got it.
yeah, that
What
was a good
wonderful
effort.
ball that
Good
was.
effort.
2 for the Scots.
Yes, 2 for the Scots.
And we are tied with 3 ends to go.
Well, your prediction of a tight match is still in the books.
Nobody is really, there was the one 4-pointer that the Americans got to go up 5-1, but the Scots have reeled them back in. And
I really think the short jack and then the 3/4 to long jack made a huge difference. We'll see what happens this end as well if the American lead can adjust. It's sometimes not what happens on the end that you change the length, it's what happens after that that makes a difference.
here's what I would be thinking as the Scottish skip, and maybe I'm thinking too much. Most of the Americans play in most of their bowls in dry weather conditions. California, Arizona. I'd be saying, okay, it's rained, let's lengthen it out. Let's see if they can play a little heavier ground.
It's not a bad theory. These guys play a lot of bowls, so I'm not sure if that would make a huge difference, but thinking that way is certainly smart, and giving it a shot wouldn't hurt, that's for sure.
First bowl for James Hogg, perfect. A foot behind the jack.
Well, that's a good response.
Daniel Gorlick responds. A couple of the Scots have put a jacket on now. Love their uniforms, by the way.
Great bowls.
What a beautiful ball.
Good leading by the Scottish lead.
Daniel Gorlick.
So it's interesting how momentum has really shifted to the Scottish, because up to about the 4th or 5th end, the Americans had the advantage in the head almost every time, and now the last 2 ends have been Scotland.
Daniel Gorlick's right in the neighborhood again. What a response.
Good bowls, very good bowls.
Very good bowls by both leads.
That's what you want to see. If you're evaluating bowls, you would probably give them perfect score.
Gary Prunty's in the neighborhood. Everyone interested.
Little touch, not quite.
Just came up about a foot short. Skip Peter Ritchie asking Corey Vos to switch hands. Again, over to the forehand, the narrow side. This ball looks a little spicy, Dave.
However, it rested the ball out. Now the Americans have the position, so that's really good. Oh, watch. We don't want any water on the equipment. Water dripping from the top.
Having a little bit of a water issue at the moment, dripping off our tent over our broadcast position. So if you hear us communicating with our technicians, our
That was me.
apologies. Yep. And we're just trying to keep our equipment dry. My limited technical knowledge, Dave, this is the important stuff over here. Ours is simply a monitor,
Okay.
and
So I was just wondering what he was doing, but a back bowl would be what I would have suggested, and that's what he did.
exactly
So
what he did.
good for him. Do it when it's easy. Sometimes putting a back bowl when you're under pressure is not always the easiest shot.
Raining very hard now, and be interesting to see how well these greens hold this water, Dave.
Well, we've had lots of sunshine since we've been here, so they're probably enjoying a little bit of a drink.
Uh-oh. I'll leave the commentary to Dave for the moment while I
Yeah, we're just making arrangements so we don't get electrocuted with rain and expensive equipment. So I believe Scotland is trying to set it up so that they can play weight at this. And the Americans are counteracting with trying to put in some position behind the jack as well, looking at maybe covering the tee. Anything in the head is probably the wrong shot selection.
Darken up camera 2. Camera 2 is a little too bright.
Peter Ritchie coming in, and he's also settling in behind the head.
Looking to cover the tee, I would imagine. Well, still 2 good balls. Now he needs to... He's probably looking to kill it. Yes.
He is. Here it comes. Just missed. Looks to be 1 to the Americans. Peter Ritchie taking a walk now to have a look at the head.
I'm thinking they may want to not play this hole. Unless they're looking just for the...
His lead, Daniel Gorlick's trying to talk him into playing the forehand side and just moving the jack back a little bit for possibly 2. But there is danger in that shot.
They've got momentum. You don't want to take that away. And if he soils this shot, it will put a damper on the American psyche, and the Scottish team will take advantage of it big time.
It's okay. Leave it. Let's go in the cup.
And they've elected not to throw their last ball.
Well, you called it again, Dave. That's why you're here.
Probably a good idea. The green conditions are such that they probably change with the rain. So even if he was confident with that shot, probably would have changed. So you don't want to go and soil it when you have a point scored and an end played.
(7-6) the United States.
So once again, this is a pretty important end in the big picture. Whoever scores, if they can get a count in this end, puts the pressure on the other team.
Only 2 ends remaining in this quick 11-end format. Daniel Gorlick, now in his rain gear, as our viewers can see. And the sky's brightening a little bit here, David, and hopefully the shower's over.
Just a late summer shower.
Or a Scottish mist, as the Scots would call it.
No, this is worse than a Scottish mist. Scottish mist you can walk through and not feel like you got wet, yet you're actually soaking wet.
Good opener for James Hogg.
Good start. So once again, I want to make an observation about the American lead. He is not putting them on the way he did as consistently. He had a good end last end, but that short bowl is not a good idea, not a good effort.
He's cooled off a bit.
And 2 short bowls is not going to
Now,
make him very happy.
might the weather have something to do with it?
I'm
the
sure it
bowls
did.
get more slippery. You don't have the same feel on the bowl.
I've seen many a game change because one team did not adjust to the other. One team did not adjust to the weather.
Yep. Here's Hogg again. Playing the narrow side this time. And it looks like he's come up short as well.
Update the Canadian team.
Corey Vos delivering his ball for the Americans.
That's probably a raindrop, eh?
Protecting a very precarious 1-point lead at the moment. He's deep behind the jack. You can't be unhappy with that.
That's a good effort. I think in this situation, that's the best they can do. Set it up for the next 3 bowls.
Gary Prunty. Now that is a great ball right there. It looks like the Scots are holding 2 at the moment. Once again, hard to tell from our angle.
So American are probably trying to rest that last bowl being played.
Corey Vos
But
is
he's
very narrow on that one. He will not be happy with that effort at all.
However, it is behind.
It is.
So
And
there
in
is
play.
some value to it.
He didn't lose it, that's for sure.
And that's the key to that shot. If you're going to play that kind of weight, you want to keep your ball on the green if you don't make it. Meanwhile, the Scottish team just keeps piling them in.
We hope to give you an update on the Canadian teams who are playing Ireland in this session. They finished with the Irish yesterday and had a disastrous round yesterday, so hopefully they'll improve on that today.
They've been, like I said earlier, they've been playing much better bowls today than,
Much better, yeah.
you know, they may not have won every game, but even the games they lost, there was some good efforts by all players.
Discussion at the head between the Americans.
This is a crucial bowl. They're in a lot of trouble, and I'm not sure there is a clear path to the jack. He might be able to get second shot out of this, or get shot on a perfect draw, which would get them out of trouble. But the percentage of that is always a little lower. Green conditions have changed. The pressure is hard.
Well, as a member with local knowledge, I'm telling you, the draw is still there on the wide side. On our side.
And he's playing the narrow side. I would be playing the wide side personally, unless he is really trying to rest those bowls, and that's it.
I don't think he's there.
Oh, he
great ball.
might have
Cut
got
it
second
down.
shot out of it.
Cut it to 1.
That might be the best he can do at this situation.
Now he's got a wing over there on the wide side for his next ball if he wants to use it, Dave.
Yeah, actually, it has more value than just getting a second shot. You're right.
Connor Milne, we look at the head, there he goes. Shots away, looking down the green, stalking his ball. Gets in just behind.
It's a good home.
Good value there. If that jack does move,
Well, looks like he's still staying on the narrow side.
I think he's concerned on the wide side that if the jack is moved, it moves to those 2 Scottish balls over on the left-hand side of the jack. So there might be some concern there. Oh, he moved the jack. What a great
Wow.
shot.
Okay, well, that's all because of our angle. I did not think he had a clear path to the jack on that side. What a great bowl that was, though.
Great ball at a critical time. That defines the best players, doesn't it, Dave?
Yes, it does. I'm surprised Well, I think the first bowl by the Scottish skip probably was supposed to be a little shorter, which would have maybe prevented that shot.
From the looks of a few of our players out there in the greens now, Dave, I think the first thing they'll be looking for is a hot shower after this session today back at the hotel.
It's still warm out here, so it's not bad. If this was cool, I think there'd be a lot of complaints. Okay, this is the big bowl. And without any hesitation, he delivers it. And I'm not sure he's there, is he?
He's not
No,
there.
he's not there.
Not
and he's
pleased.
not happy at all.
Not pleased.
He
No.
tossed his chalk across the green. That's probably not a good idea.
So the Americans score again. I think fortunately there for the Scots, from our angle, it looked like it was possibly going to be 2, but it's only 1. So 2-point lead for the Americans, 8-6 as we enter the very last end of our 11-end match.
I think the person with the updates is traveling across the greens to bring us the updates of the Canadian teams, I hope. She's sort of running.
Trying to stay as dry as she can, I think. Daniel
So we're
Gorlick
back to the medium length jack.
is away. You see the ball coming down the green. Good camera work here by our switchers.
An excellent first ball.
Great first ball.
It just changes the mindset of your opponents when your first ball is close.
Thank you, Brittany from Bowls Canada, for these updates. In the men's triples, Ireland 10,
A little bit.
Canada 5. Men's pairs, Ireland 7, Canada 6. Women's triples, Ireland 9, Canada 7. And women's pairs, final, Ireland 16, Canada 5. All the others in the 10th end.
So as you can see, the lead bowls for the Americans are both behind. The Scottish team is probably going to be playing a bit aggressive. And so those are really, really good bowls.
It is absolutely pouring here now, Dave.
The screen looks like it's snowing, but it's not snowing. That's water.
And I would not be surprised if play is suspended imminently. It's a matter of how much water these greens can soak up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a greenskeeper's call.
Where is the greenskeeper?
Looking for Ted around the grounds. He's probably keeping a close eye, especially on the back green, which tends to hold water a little more than the green that we're streaming on at the moment. So he'll be keeping a close eye back there. And they have suspended play on the back. Either that or matches are just over. Because I see people...
I think a couple of them are over. So Scotland has uncharacteristically thrown 2 short bowls in the rain.
Yep.
And that's half the end is short. With 1 bowl in the head, that's not going to help their ties unless they can get another perfect bowl in there.
And as it rains, the sun comes out. Vicky Vassilatis giving us some weather advice as she walks past.
Oh, and another short bowl. This is disaster for Scotland. Not only have I never seen them throw 3 short bowls like that, in this situation, they can't afford to throw any short bowls.
So, come down to the crunch now. Only the skips with their bowls left. And the Americans holding an 8-6 lead. So we're about to finish our last end here. Ties are not broken in this format, Dave. Ties are ties. No extra ends will be played.
So if the American skip can actually trail the jack back to his back bowl, this end is almost over because the Scottish team have no position.
I don't think he likes it.
Oh, he had good weight for it, just narrow.
Just very narrow.
Which is one of the reasons why playing the narrow shot side is a challenge, because it probably is a little bit wonkier.
It's only narrow to a point, isn't it? Two very important bowls here now for Connor Milne.
He'll want to make amends after the last game where he did not play a good bowl.
And he made the shot. Great shot. Removes the American shot bowl.
Well, there you go.
Scott's-
Bowls can change on a dime.
Scots now hold 2. Americans are going to try for the win here. They're not going to settle.
Oh, they might as well. They have all the position. Any movement on the jack would be to their advantage.
Here it comes.
No, he doesn't. I
Doesn't
don't like
like
his
it
body
at all.
language. So, job within it looks like a yard to win the game.
He'll play the wide side. I have no doubt in my mind, David.
I'll run out and stop the bull if he plays the other side.
Takes his time. Drawing his
It,
ball.
it will be interesting at which hand he does play.
It'd be nice if we can get a down rink shot of this coming down the green. This is a very important ball.
He's playing the wide side. My goodness. I didn't want to get off my chair.
Here we go. Look at. He's following it.
Stay up. He's close.
He did
Yeah.
it. That was the Scottish ball he was on.
And there you go. And then there's a short bowl that actually worked for you. But a good match.
Great match.
And it went
3
back
for
and
Scotland.
forth about 3 times in that game.
3 for Scotland in the final end to win 9-8. A big, big win. He'll be happy about that. Might be a little celebration back at the hotel tonight. Within reason. Within reason, because we're only halfway through this 5-day tournament. And Dave, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Likewise. We'll do it again, I'm sure, before the week's out.
I appreciate that. Thanks very much. Thanks to all our volunteers. Thanks to our technical crew. Thank you to our viewers for watching.
And a special thank you to Daryl Fitzgerald for all his lovely comments. Thank you.
There you go. So we're signing off for today from the Windsor Lawn Bowling Club. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thanks very much.